Okay, so whenever you're trying to find equivalent measurements and you're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, like meters to centimeters or yards to feet, you start out by just going ahead and writing out what you're trying to figure out. So we know we're looking at 9.2 meters and we want to turn that into centimeters. So directly underneath, let's go ahead and write our 9.2. And we need to multiply that by a certain number. And we don't know what that number is yet, so we got to figure that out. That's kind of our conversion factor here. And so to figure that out when we're talking about something in the metric system, it's pretty easy. If you know the really amazing device that starts with, or we'll call it a poem, that starts with King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And we know that B in that list of letters there stands for base value. So that's talking about meters, liters, or grams. So we know that we're starting with meters, in this case 9.2, and we're going to be moving towards centimeters, which is two metric unit or metric system kind of like units, or we call it a power of 10 to the right. And so we know it's 2, so that means that we have to take our base value, we have to multiply it by not 10 but 100, because we have to jump 2 from the B to the C. So we have to multiply whatever our base number is by 100 to figure out how many that base value would be if we were using the second type of unit. So in this case we have 9.2 meters. We're going to multiply it by 100 because we want to turn it into centimeters. So 9.2 times 100, well, we know is 920 centimeters. And we can go ahead and just think about moving the decimal if you want, or you can just do your standard multiplication, however it fits you best. If you're trying to convert yards to feet, or trying to find the equivalent measurement of 5.7 yards in feet, you go ahead and think about, okay, well, I know that 5.7 has to be multiplied by our conversion factor. And in this case, let's take a look at what that is. So we got to think about, well, how many feet are in a yard? Well, we know that 1 yard is the same thing as saying 3 feet, because 3 feet make a yard. And so that kind of helps us. So we need to throw that into our parentheses there. So 3 feet, and so we know 5.7 times 3 is going to tell us how many feet there are. So if we kind of look at that, let's go ahead and just do that real quick. Let's see, so 5.7, move the decimal, then move the decimal back, and it equals 17 1/10 feet. And that's pretty much it. That's how you find the equivalent measurements from a larger unit to a smaller unit.
Have fun.